Well, today I'm going to introduce you to a man who really has time on his side. Carter County and Rondal Peters repairs and rebuilds watches. This evening in Cable Country, the story behind what makes this man tick. Inside his little Lynn Valley workshop, Rondal Peters is a man with a lot of time on his hands.
Yep, I've done about every kind of watches, I guess, in the country here.
But it's a certain brand of watch that he really has a fix on fixing.
Accutrons more than anything. I just like the way they work and what makes it go.
What makes it go is the revolutionary Accutron tuning fork technology.
The tuning fork vibrates, that makes it what to do the time. That's what goes between the coil, charges the tuning fork. The battery comes back on the other end and starts the tuning fork to vibrate. It's real small teeth in there. It's got about like 360 teeth a wheel. That turns so fast that you don't even have time to sit.
A distinction you can see is that the second hand moves smoothly. It doesn't tick second to second like most watches. Put your ear up to it and you'll hear the hum of the electronically driven tuning fork that powers the Accutron movement. When the incomparable 214 model was introduced in 1960, it was the first of its kind. No other timepiece has had a greater impact on the way we keep time. It's the best watch ever made, in Rondal's opinion.
I'd rather see it myself than anything I know of.
NASA's space program used them to keep time. Accutrons like this Space View model played a part in every U.S. space mission during the 60s and 70s. In fact, there are even several Accutron timing devices still sitting on the moon, first carried there by the crew of Apollo 11. X-15 pilots, train engineers, and major corporations all use them. And now Rondal repairs them. It sounds kind of like a science fiction title, but he's developed a reputation as the Accutron Man.
I reckon they call me from everywhere to want me to fix theirs for them. I rebuild them right back just like they was new.
But he says he kind of feels like the Maytag repairman. The Accutrons are so reliable and durable, they don't need repairing that often. They almost work too well.
That's the problem. They was lasting too long.
But still, he's fascinated by the Accutrons and admires the workmanship of them so much.
You can have Rolex and all them regular watches, but nothing in comparison with the Accutron, I thought.
He likes things that last.
That's right. Dang good. I want it to be right whenever it's there. I don't want to fool with it.
Just look at this 1958 Buick Roadmaster that was in his family for nearly 50 years and still looks good as new. Rondal ran Peters Jewelry in downtown Elizabethton for 40 years until 1998 when he retired. He says it was time to concentrate on watches full time.
Rather than doing jewelry and all setting diamonds and all that, I just tired of doing them, you know.
With watches, he sets his own time schedule.
But this I did enjoy, so I just do this and I take a notion, I come out here and work on watches, or if I don't, or go in the house, you know.
Hey, look at those Accutrons lined up there. I ought to be able to give somebody the time of day with that, right? Hey, you know, a lot of folks might say that Mr. Peters, at the age of 75, ought to take a little time off, but he just keeps on ticking.
Just what I like. Just like a man going out there playing his golf, you know. I don't play no golf, but I like to play on the Accutron stuff. I do them all the time.
They say time waits for no one, but if it did, it just might wait for the Accutron Man. In Cable Country in Elizabethton,